Wanted to just do a quick video, just because it's kind of crossed my mind as I was driving home from work, and I was thinking back on a lot of initiatives or things that I was trying to do when I was younger, in my mid 20s, and all the way now into my late 30s. And the one thing I kind of um, am starting to understand as I get older is the ability to shield yourself from people who want to steal your ambition. They want to kill your ambition. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you happy. Um, I heard trying to remember where I heard this. I don't know if I can't remember if it was Facebook or YouTube, but I think it might have been a YouTube video in Facebook. But anyways, there was some people. There was this video, it was in one of these groups, and I don't know. Now I don't think I'm even in the group anymore. I have no idea, but it was a video I saw a while back, and it was talking about interracial dating. And I've said numerous times on all few of my videos, especially when it comes down to stuff like that. I'm not necessarily a supporter of it, but I'm not a person who, as I like to call it, I don't dick watch and I don't vagina watch. So in other words, I don't obsess over who you're sleeping with, whether you're male or female. I have my wife, and that's all I really care about. That's what anyone should really care about. But I've seen these videos like the one I'm talking about. Um, because I was trying to, like I said, I think I got kicked out of the group or something because, or they deleted the group because I wanted to put the link in the description box so that you could see it for yourself. But there was this video of course, a group of black women, and I believe they were from, I want to say they were either from England or they were from like Jamaica or something like that. But they had like accents, and they were talking about um, how they feel when they see black men with white women, which I don't understand why this always turns into a one-way street conversation, because they never say anything about when they see black women with white men, or just non-black men, not necessarily white men, but just them with anyone else than a black man. And they had, which I thought was stupid. They had like three dudes, and they had I think it was like four or five females. Um, and one out of the two men were like, the one dude was a simp. You could tell he was a simp. He was the pro black man should be with black woman crap. And I call it crap because at the end of the day, there's so much conversation, especially among black women, about where black men are putting their penises. Now, I've seen many men in my comment section tell me, or at least say, hey man, I've experienced the same thing, where when you approach these women as a black man who's not in the street, not about thugging, not trying to kill someone, not in and out of prison, and can hold down a job longer than 2 weeks, um, or even 2 days, like there's always this rejection until that undesirable black man gets him someone else, whether it's a light skinned black chick, medium brown black chick, or a biracial chick, or a white female, or anyone else. It's always a problem when he says to himself, well, since you don't want me, I will go where, or I will try to find someone who does want me. And it always seems to come back to being a problem with that. And every time a a black man suggests that, the black women, these types of black women, always come back and reply that basically you're just a sex toy. Those non-black women, there's no way that they would like you, love you. And I'm listening to this and I'm like, that sounds like somebody who's really afraid of the possible success. And this is why I did that video called "The Threat of Black Male Confidence." Because if a black male feels like, okay, I can't, black women ain't trying to give me any time of day because I'm not the prototypical black dude, then I'll go somewhere where I know I might be more accepted than trying to deal with a bunch of women who didn't want me in the first place. And I personally, like I said, um, I'm to the point now where it's like, if that's what makes you happy, go ahead and do it. You know, um, the one thing, the only really the main issue that I would probably say I would scream from the rooftops that I have with interracial relationships is the fact that the criticism is not as strong when black women do it. So when they do it, they're expanding their options, even though you have the proof of ghetto gaggers and all these other, um, I guess, porn genres of black white men with black women. You also have it in reverse with black men. You have, that kind of corner of the market that is very popular, probably even more so than the ghetto gagger stuff. I think it's the way it's looked, and this is just my opinion because I don't know. I think the ghetto gagger stuff is looked at as more of a joke. I don't think it's looked at as something that non-blacks would find like appealing. I think it's more like they get a kick out of the fact they can humiliate a black chick. Where even if you have a black man that's sleeping with a white female in a quote unquote porno, it's it's not the degrading factor of it. Like neither person is being degraded, I guess. Um, but it's just weird how this conversation continues to revolve around where black men put their penises. And a lot, like I said, a lot of times these same black women that complain about it don't want those black men who want to build something with them. I know I'm living proof myself. When I finally found my wife, and and her, at least in my eyes, being way, very attractive, I was very suspicious myself. I'm like, what's the hidden agenda here? But over time, I saw that she genuinely loved who I was. So at that point, I didn't care what skin tone she was. You know, she's lighter than your average, I guess, black female, but it didn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't one of those things where, oh, I just wanted to get me a light skinned black female. Like I wanted to get a female who wanted to accept me and embrace me for who I was. I've never fetishized or what, however you say, over women in general. Like it's never been my thing. Um, so for me, I just get annoyed when I hear the conversation going in one direction. Um, and I think if you could say the same, if you can be critical and harsh of Donald Glover, then you can be critical and harsh just the same for Eve, for Serena Williams, all the black women that are out there dating interracially, whether they're with a white man or some other. Um, it should be the same criticism. That is my one thing. So I would just say this in closing: whether you are in an interracial, I can never say that word, interracial relationship or not, or you are doing what you want to do, you are living out your dreams, keep doing what you do, and don't let other people tell you, because you are with someone or because you're doing a certain job, or you go into a field that isn't prototypical. Don't let anyone try to down you and make you feel bad for doing what you love doing, or being in love with who you're in love with. I always say, again, I'm neutral about it. I'm not for it and I'm not against it. My only issue with it is that the criticism needs to be spread out across the board.